everyone, welcome to the video. I'm going to do a bit of something different today. As this channel is meant to do, take me out of my comfort zone. I share some stuff about myself. So, today we are going to be telling a story time. Yes. So this story time is essentially, I don't know if anybody will actually watch these. If not, that's fine. But welcome to the channel. Today's story is about the time when I was working at a grocery store a few years back, and yeah, I'll just I gotta get it out of my system. All right, so back when I was working grocery, I was the music I'm listening to is kind of lame. Not gonna lie. Anyway, is it lame? I don't know. I like it. I'm vibing. Sorry, man. This is a problem with trying to do one of these videos. I vibe. Anyway, yeah. So, back when I was working in grocery, I had this one time where my boss was just kind of like an overbearing asshole for no reason, and I'll kind of explain. This is probably going to be a series thing later in the future, but this is just one of the times that I can remember it happening. I had been working there for quite some time, and I'm going to call the boss. I'm going to call the boss Tom. So we'll just say it like that. So one day we had a customer come in, and I'm used to walking around the store and helping a customer find something, especially like an old person. And we used to get like a lot of old people because it was a hometown store, and I didn't mind helping, but there's times where you get a bit aggravated. You have to run up to the front and you'd have to carry out groceries, and then you'd have to go all the way to the back where you were working on like an aisle and fix stuff, or then you'd have to be like going and do milk and make sure milk's rotated. Anyway, I digress. We'd get an occasional bad customer, but this old man, I knew him. He came into the store like all the time, and it wasn't a big problem. Realistically, it really wasn't a big problem. And he had asked me, "Hey, young man, where can I find the pickled radish?" And I said, "Hmm, pickled pickled radish. That's a new one. Let me look." So I went over and I found pickled beets. And you would think, it's like, okay, well, found pickled beets. I took those to the old man. And he's like, no, that's not it. I took him to the aisle, showed him, and, I said, I got canned radish, but I don't see any pickled radish, sir. I'm sorry. And he's like, oh, that's fine. Do you think you could find one of your managers and maybe help me out here? I'm looking for pickled pickled what was it? Oh, no, it was rutabaga. Rutabaga, not radish. Oh God, I'm dumb. Radish is a pickle. Anyway, pickled rutabaga is what he said, but it was pickled beets, by the way. A quick reach around, no joke. He was looking for pickled beets, but he called it rutabaga, which is maybe it's similar. I'm not real sure, but I digress. So I said, okay, well, if it's not the pickled beets, I'll go find a manager real quick, no problem. So I go look for my manager, who I'm going to call Mark. Mark is a short little Hispanic guy. And so I go find Mark. I'm like, hey, Mark. So, also, I'm using fake names, if that's not obvious. It's my first time doing one of these. So I find Mark. I'm like, hey, this old man's looking for a pickled rutabaga, but I couldn't find it, and I looked in the normal area where it would be, and Mark knows that I know my way around the store. I practically closed the store like way too much, way more than I really wanted to at the time, and it was really sad. But ultimately, Mark's like, okay, I'll come over there and look. So Mark comes over there and look. He couldn't find it. So about this time, my boss, my actual boss who owns the store, and to get you an idea of how Tom is the type of guy, anytime, he's the second generation of owning the store. So he's working off of the fact that his dad made the store and now he's inherited the store, and he's pretty much a dick. I'm not gonna lie, he's an asshole. Even customers will say that they don't like him, but since like there's a better price, they come there, and that's kind of sad when even the customers say it. But yeah, I'm not gonna say what the place is because I might get in trouble. But yeah, so essentially, Tom comes over there and uh, he grabs the pickled beets, right? He takes them to the old man, and mind you, this old man is a regular. Like I've met him several times, and we've never had a problem. Never had beef with this old dude, and he genuinely wasn't trying to start anything. And he was like, "Oh well," I asked the young man, he couldn't find them, and Tom looked at the old man and said, "Well, did you say pickled beets?" And he said, "Oh no, I said pickled rutabaga." And uh, my boss looked at me. I said, "Yeah, see, he said pickled beets, or pickled rutabaga," and I couldn't find that. And he looked at me and he said, "No, no, 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 you shut up." And I was like, "Huh? What? What?" And he's like, "You don't ever tell the customer they're wrong." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And he pushed me with just two fingers. He pushed me up against the aisle, and I was like, "What the hell?" And this is like the first time it had ever happened in the 4 years of me had working there. By the way, I've worked there a total of 5 years, but that was like on my fourth year. That's the first time he ever put a hand on me, and it didn't hurt. Obviously, it's like two fingers. He like pushed me up against it. He's like, you don't ever tell the customer they're wrong." And I'm like, I didn't. I looked at the old man. And I said, "Sir, you said pickled rutabaga, didn't you?" And the old man, he said, "Yes, that's what I said, and I just misplaced it." I said, "Yeah, see, there's not a problem here." And he said, "No, there's not." And he's like, "No, no, no, it's fine, sir. I'll handle this." For him being rude, and I'm like, "What? I what?" And so essentially, I got chewed out for telling the customer they were wrong after me trying to help them find a find pickled rutabaga that ended up being pickled beets as to what he was looking for. I don't know why I said radish at the beginning of this video, but yeah. So uh, moral of the story, guys, is don't work for a second generation business owner because they're kind of an asshole. I'm not gonna lie. So that's the end of the video. It's kind of short. I hope you guys don't mind that I do these kind of things. Hopefully it's not annoying or anything. I'll try to remember more stories. I have a bit of a memory problem, so I have a bunch of funny ones. There's this one about a fish that's happened to me before. My uncle's kind of a mean guy. Uh, but, yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video and you liked it, hit that like button. If you're new here and you haven't thought about it, hey, maybe you want to subscribe. You ain't got to. I understand. Is it not gonna hurt? I'm not gonna cry. It's good. But yeah, if you didn't like the video, dislike it. It's perfectly fine. I need criticism. So, speaking of criticism, hey, if you guys have ideas for stuff you want me to do, stuff you want me to record, games you want me to play, topics you want me to talk about, anything at all, put in the comment down below. In fact, if you made it to the end of the video, comment, uh, pickled beets. Comment pickled beets if you made it to the end of the video. I'd appreciate it a lot. Thank you guys, and bye-bye.